Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a video called What's in My Hospital Bag. I'm going to be showing you what is in my big hospital bag as well as my bag that's going to be going up with us to the labor and delivery room when we go up, because I won't be bringing in my large bag until we go to the recovery room. Or I should say, I won't be sending my husband to the car to get the big bag. I don't want to lose anything, and I just don't feel like it's necessary for me to have anything in this bag until we get to recovery. Personal preference. Okay, so in the bag that I'm taking up to labor and delivery, I guess it's technically kind of two bags, but one will go down inside the other, so one bag. In this bag, this is one of the bags I'm taking up. I've just got a couple of things. One thing is my birth plan. It's not this thick, I promise. It's like 2 pages and it's very spaced out. But I actually would consider it more my birth preferences, just because that's kind of how I like to view what my plan is in my head. It's stuff that I would prefer to have happen, but obviously things change and things don't always go the way that you plan them to, so I try to be really flexible with that. Something else that I've decided I want to take up, and this is something that I did not do with my first 2 boys. I ordered a pair of, they're kind of like hospital socks, but I don't like the hospital socks because they're tall. So these ones are short, and they're the non-slip socks. They have little rubbery pieces on the bottom. They say keep calm and push. It just was a cute cheap pair that I found on Amazon, and like I said, I prefer the short socks, and I think because they don't want you to slip and fall, they want you to have the non-slip socks on. So I'm just going to take my own this time. Something else I'm taking up is I went ahead and bought 2 10-foot phone chargers, and found 2 charging blocks. We have them laying around everywhere. So I bought the 2 10-foot phone chargers on Amazon, and I'm just going to take those with us because who knows how long we'll be up there. I'm also bringing a small toiletries bag, which this came with my bigger toiletries bag that's in the other suitcase. But I'm just taking hand lotion, Kleenex. This is my Citrus Bliss essential oil, and it's kind of anti-anxiety for me, so I find it really helpful. But whatever you find helpful is what you should take. And then I'm also going to take up like a travel size deodorant. Just who knows, you never know what situations you're going to find yourself in, so it's just kind of predicting what might be helpful for you. I'm also going to take this little bag, and it just has some hair scrunchies and some bobby pins in it. And like I said, this will go up to the labor and delivery room with me because I will probably have my hair up when I go in. But if something happens and it breaks, or I take it out and I lose it or whatever, I need to be able to put my hair back up. The last thing in this bag is a bag of trail mix. This is just for my husband. He requested, or I guess I asked him what he would want for snacks while we were in labor and delivery, and he said trail mix and Pop-Tarts. So I'm going to go get him a box of Pop-Tarts and also put that in this bag. It's just something that I haven't gotten to yet, and he'll survive if I don't get to it. This is the other bag that I'm taking up, and this bag will probably fit down inside the bigger bag. This is what I carry like on a daily basis, like purse wise. So I'm going to take my calendar, my little notebook. I just this is where I write stuff to remember things. It's just helpful for me to be able to write it down. If I don't, I forget a lot easier. My little purse with my wallet and some gum, and my makeup bag, which who knows if I'll actually use it. And chances are, if I use it, the only thing I'll probably use is like my mascara. But I also have my BB cream. I don't use a foundation. I just find that it makes my acne really bad. And then I also have my MAC Studio Fix powder and a couple of brushes and some lip gloss. And that's really all that I ever use. And I probably won't even use it while we're there, but I'm going to take it just because it's down in this bag anyways. So that's it in the bag that's going up to labor and delivery. Something that I want to make sure everybody knows is you should make sure that you take your insurance card and your photo ID when you go into labor and delivery, because they'll probably ask you for it if they don't already have you in the system. And sometimes things can get a little crazy and they might lose your information, so you always want to make sure you have that just in case. Something else I'm going to be taking up to labor and delivery probably is my Boppy pillow. I put this in my video about what's in my baby's hospital bag, but I really would consider this more something for me. This is personal preference. Some people love the Boppy. That's me. I love the Boppy. I've used it with both my other kids, and I'll use it with this baby. Some people like the My Breast Friend pillow. It's got a strap that goes around your back and gives you a little bit of back support. And some people don't use any of it. Some people just use regular pillows. But this is what I prefer. I also like using it as a neck pillow. It's just really got some flexible use to it. So that's what I am taking up to labor and delivery. Moving on, I'm going to show you what is in the large bag that we're taking to the hospital. It's a carry-on size suitcase, and typically we use this like when we go on vacation for the kids, but I've actually found that it fit all of the stuff that I need to take with me really, really well. So this is what we're going to take. This has all of my clothes, all of my toiletries, all my husband's clothes, and my blanket that I'm taking so that I don't have to worry about it getting carried around or drug on the floor or anything like that. So let me just open this bag. Okay, let's start with toiletries first, since those are kind of extras. Most of what I'm bringing isn't really necessary for me, I suppose. I only plan on showering at the hospital if we're there more than one night. My hospital mandates that you keep you and your baby there for 24 to 48 hours, and I'm going to be pushing to get out of there at the 24-hour mark because both my boys will be at home, and I just would rather be home. I'm more comfortable, and I think I recover better when I'm at home. So I do have 3 of the Always, I think these are the Always brand. They're like Depends or something like that, the adult diaper underwear type thing. This is personal preference, and you'll find that a lot of my stuff is personal preference because I don't really like the mesh underwear that the hospital provides, and I also don't really like the ginormous pads that they give you. I find that they kind of give you wedgies. So this is my preference. I'm hoping I'll only be there for 24 hours, so I'm kind of hoping that this is all that I will need. It just depends. I'm only going to take 3 of them. I'm also going to take my toiletries bag. This is a bag that I put together specifically for going to the hospital. This is stuff that I found that I used or would use or wish I had had before with my other 2 boys. So I have compiled a list of things that I felt like I needed to take. First couple of things in the bag. This is the Earth Mama Herbal Down There spray. I don't really like the Dermaplast spray that the hospital gives you. I am probably strange for saying that. Most people really love the Dermaplast, but I don't. So I'm going to try that. That's something that I haven't had before. And I also got the Earth Mama Organic Nipple Butter. The cool thing I noticed about this is that you don't have to wash it off before you nurse, and that's really nice for me to not have to get up and go clean myself up before I sit down to nurse my baby. I nurse on demand, so if he decides 10 minutes after he nursed the first time that he wants to nurse again, we nurse again. So this will be really nice for me to not have to go wash it off. Something else that I am bringing is dry shampoo, a little travel size, and a little travel size hairbrush. I have both of these things in like a regular size, but I tend to forget things if I don't have them already packed. So I just wanted to get a travel size of certain things to make sure that it's in my bag. I am also taking body wash, shampoo, conditioner, and a loofah. These are things that I hopefully won't need to use because if I'm only there for 24 hours, I'll shower when I come home from the hospital. But if something happens, like with my first, he was jaundiced, they kept us an extra night. If I'm there more than one night, I'll probably shower. So this is something that I would want to have. I don't want to use the hospital's shampoo and conditioner and stuff. I've also tossed another travel size deodorant in here because this is also stuff that my husband will use. So we wear the same kind of deodorant. So I just bought 2 of them. Toothbrush and toothpaste for my husband and I in little travel bags. Q-tips. This is something that my husband and I, we don't go anywhere without Q-tips overnight. Face washing towelettes. This is the Burt's Bees brand. This lighting is horrible. This is the Burt's Bees brand. This is not what I usually use, but because I could find this in a travel size, I just grabbed it. I don't want to have to take all my face wipes with me in this bag. And again, I don't want to have to grab things on my way out the door because I will probably forget. Last thing in my toiletries bag, butt wipes. I have just found that this is something that I like to have after I have a baby. Things down there get a little crazy and it's just personal preference to have things like that for me. Not necessary. A lot of this stuff is not necessary, but it's just what I think will be most comforting for me to have. So we'll go with that. I'm going to pack all this toiletry stuff back in my bag and then we'll continue on. Something else I forgot to mention was that in one of these bags somewhere, I'm going to have some chapstick. I think I might already have some in my purse, but if not, I'm going to go get some and put some in the labor and delivery bag. I needed it really bad with both of my boys and I never had any, so the nurses ended up giving me Vaseline, which worked fine, but I would prefer to have my own chapstick. Moving on to the other stuff that's in my bag, I am taking a brand new pair of slippers. These are from Walmart. I got them brand new, $14. I had a pair like this when I delivered my first. My dog chewed them up, so they're shredded to death, and I do wear them at home, but I would just rather have a new pair, something that's dependable, and if I decide to, this might be what I wear home from the hospital. Just easy to get on and off. I am also taking a blanket and a pillow. My husband and I both are. His blanket and pillow will stay in the car, and he'll bring that up whenever he feels like he's ready to bring that up. My pillow and blanket will come up with this bag. The hospital does give you pillows and blankets, so don't freak out if you don't want to bring one, but I always find that I recover better and I relax better when I have stuff that's comforting, that's homey, so that's why I take a blanket and a pillow. I'm going to get into the clothing part of my bag, which will start with undergarments. This isn't something that you need to have, and I probably won't even use it, but I'm bringing them just in case. As I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of the mesh underwear that the hospital gives you. I feel like it's not supportive enough and it doesn't stay put very well. So I'm taking 3 pairs of big, giant granny panty underwear. They go up super high, they're super stretchy, they're super comfortable, and I'm pretty sure they're 100% cotton, which is great. I'm taking 3 pairs of them on the chance that I run out of my Depends and I don't want to use the mesh underwear with a pad. I probably won't even use them, but I have them just in case. I think I got a pack of 10 from Walmart for like $6 or $7, but I've had them since I had my first baby, which was almost 3 years ago, so I don't quite remember, but you can usually find them for pretty cheap. I'm also going to take 2 pairs of short socks, just to wear home from the hospital or to put on if I need to put my shoes on, like if we're gonna go walk around. And I'm also bringing 2 nursing bras. One is tan, the other one is black. It came in a 2-pack from Target for $20. I just bought them. I had some like this from Amazon after I had my first baby. I find these are a little more supportive. I did give them a trial run, and I actually went back and bought another pack because I prefer these more than the ones that I got on Amazon. They're pretty breathable, but the great thing about these is there's no clips. You don't have to mess with a clip at the top. You just fold it down, whip it out, and cover it back up. Super easy when you're trying to figure out what your baby is doing and how you're supposed to be nursing, and each kid is different, so I just don't want to have to struggle with a clip on a bra. It's just one more complicated thing. And I prefer to not have underwire at first. It's all about what you find comfortable. So if you're a first-time mom, you may want to take some of each and just kind of feel out what you would be most comfortable in. Moving on to my clothes that I'm taking for myself. While I'm in the hospital, after I have the baby, I tend to change really quickly out of the hospital gown. I am more comfortable in my own clothes, so I'll be bringing a robe. I think that's what this one is. Yes, so I'll be bringing a robe. I bought this on Amazon. Amazon is like my go-to for all this stuff. I got this on Amazon. It's a plain black robe. It has pockets, which is really nice. The nurses in the first 12 to 24 hours are going to need easy access to check you out, make sure everything is okay down below. And so usually I will just, once we get up to recovery, throw on my robe with my nursing bra and whatever undergarments I decide to wear. Okay, sorry, got interrupted by a crying child. He dropped a book on his foot. So we just got through talking about, oh yeah, so I'm taking a robe. We talked about that. I'll probably change into that right away. If I'm going to be going to bed, I will change into this, which is a Dwell and Slumber gown. If you watched my What's in My Baby's Hospital Bag video, you'll notice that 1, I was wearing this, but 2, my baby, I'm taking one for him that matches this one, and it ties at the bottom. It's like one of the newborn gowns. So I'm super excited. We're probably going to have some hospital pictures taken in the gowns. I just think it's super cute. I gave myself a couple of options because if we're there longer than one day, the second day I might go ahead and put some pants on. So I'm taking 2 different pairs of pants. I'm taking a pair of stretchy, really big leggings that will go up over my belly. And I'm also taking a pair of plain black jogger sweatpants. You'll notice I am taking a lot of black. It's because if things get a little messy, I'm not going to have to worry about stains. I'm also going to take 2 different black tank tops. I'm going to take a cami with like the thin straps, and these camis are something that I have gotten in the habit of wearing under pretty much all the shirts that I wear because it makes the 2-shirt method when you're nursing really easy. Or I'll be wearing just this plain black tank top from Old Navy. Again, it's super stretchy, super comfortable, and it goes with anything. I plan to wear the black tank top with the black leggings and this cardigan home. It's going to be the end of the second week of November, and it's probably going to be a little chilly here. So I don't want to have to like squeeze into a sweatshirt or a coat, so the cardigan should be just enough to get me out the door into the car and from the car into my house. I'm also going to take 2 other options for shirts. Like I said, maybe I'll decide to wear a different one home, or if we're there longer, I just would rather be in my own comfortable clothing. So I'm taking this shirt. It's like a mustard yellow. It's got buttons down the front. They are actually functional, which is great. And just something super easy and super comfortable to wear home. I just realized that they lied. The advertisement says that these are functional buttons and they're not. Oh well. It's a V-neck. It should be stretchy enough that if I need to nurse in it, then I will. And the other shirt that I gave myself an option for, and I don't know if I'll wear this at all yet because my belly will still be pretty big. It's a nursing shirt that my friend gave me. And you just lift up this little panel and pull it down. Easy access for nursing. Stretchy, soft, comfortable. You'll see that my theme with all of this stuff is just for me to be comfortable and for things to not be inconvenient. I don't want to have to fight with my clothes. I don't want to have to fight to be comfortable. So I'm just taking what I feel like is going to help me have the most comfort when so many things are out of my control and I'm not comfortable in other aspects. That is all that I'm taking for myself. For some people it may seem like a lot, but for me, this is my third baby, so I think I've kind of finally gotten down what I will and won't use. And again, I have no shame in a little bit of overpacking, simply because I would rather have the things and not need them than get there and want to have them and not be able to have access to them and have them be at my house. We're an hour away from our hospital, so there's no running to the house, sending my husband to the house to come back to the hospital. It's just too much work. And hopefully we'll only be there for 24 hours or so after he's born, and then we won't have to really worry about it. Moving on to the last bit of stuff that's in this suitcase, which is the clothes that my husband asked me to pack for him. He is super easy to pack for. He wears pretty much the same stuff all the time. So he'll probably be wearing a pair of jeans when we go in, and those will probably be the pair of jeans that he wears when we leave. He will have an extra pair in the car, but we probably won't need to go out and get them. He asked me to also pack a polo shirt and a comfortable t-shirt, a pair of shorts, 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, and 2 tank tops to go underneath his shirts. That's it. He's really easy to pack for. He's not very picky. He'll probably wear his shorts and his t-shirt while we're at the hospital. Then when we're getting ready to go home, he'll wear his polo and his jeans, and that'll be that. He'll probably only shower there if we're there for more than 24 hours like me. So potentially no showers happening. I know some people like to take their own towel. If I end up showering, I will just use the hospital towels. It's one less thing for me to have to bring home to wash later. But that is it. I think I hit everything. Yeah. The only other thing that we are taking that I did not show is obviously the bag that I packed for the baby, which I can link in the description, the link to that video. I filmed a whole video on what I'm taking for him and why. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, ask any questions. Yeah, hopefully it helps somebody pack their bag. And that is it for today's video. Stay tuned and hopefully soon we'll post a video with baby in it.